That means more battles with individual governors like Chris Christie of New Jersey, who had joined New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in instituting their own mandatory quarantine. While Hickox was released today after showing no signs of Ebola, Christie said he's not backing down if other health workers return to his state.
I'm not going to step away for a minute from protecting the people of my state and our region.
All right, folks, that was Chris Christie, and some folks would say he did back down. But talking about it with us is Congressman Scott Garrett, chairman of the House Financial Services Committee and member of the House Budget Committee, and my personal congressman, as I like to call him. Hello, Congressman.
It is good to be with you. I was going to say this morning, but I guess we're in the afternoon or early evening now, aren't we?
Yeah, no. Well, let me ask you this. You know, today the president came out, held a little news conference, made a statement in front of Marine One, again talking about how we can't keep these people in quarantine when they come back after treating Ebola patients, because then they won't go. And it's important, above all, to stop it in Africa so it won't come here. I just don't understand this lackadaisical attitude about putting people who have been in contact and treated with Ebola patients, putting them under observation, mandatory observation for 21 days.
It is all just amazing and unbelievable. As you said, talk to anybody, the proverbial man on the street, and they will say this, that it's as simple as talking to a child. If you have somebody outside of your house that's a threat to you, what do? You lock the front door. That's all we're asking for here. Lock the front door, stop the people from coming in here in the first place, and take care of those people that, as what you're talking about here, if they do get into the country afterwards. The president can't seem to act on any of these things, and it's unconscionable.
No, it really is. And, you know, I got to tell you also that I was very encouraged that Chris Christie and Governor Cuomo both did they had the joint press conference the other day, and then one by one they to a certain extent both backtracked, as we've heard, under intense pressure from the White House.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened in New York. I guess he flipped back to the first. I guess he's just doing in New York exactly what the president's bidding there. But as I say, the real action should start on the other shores. The real action should be taking, and this is what I called from day one. I wrote a letter, a bipartisan letter, with my colleagues from New Jersey over to the CDC and over to the president, saying weeks ago, are you going to take action? You should tell us what's going on, A, and B, you should be stopping the people from coming here in the first place. If there are people on the plane flying over here, what is it, 7-hour flight or something like that, what are we doing with all the other people on the plane at that point in time? What are we going to do with all the other people they've been in contact with? None of these answers come from the CDC or the White House, and that's why the American public just has no confidence in this administration anymore.
No, have you seen the new czar? I haven't seen him.
No, the new czar. Well, let's see. He was he missed his very first meeting, is my understanding. As you know, he has absolutely no health care credentials. He has great cylinder credentials, I guess.
Yeah,
but
right.
No, we haven't seen any. But isn't that just so stereotypical of this White House? You have a crisis. You finally recognize it. So what do? You pick one of your crony friends in the politics. You put him in charge. You name him another czar. Give him a salary and what have you. I assume it goes on to it. That'll come out next. With no experience whatsoever, throw another layer of bureaucracy at the problem as opposed to simply tackling the problem in the first place.
And Congressman, here's another thing, which is maybe more troubling. The commander-in-chief, as Ed Henry asked Josh Earnest yesterday, how could the commander-in-chief send our troops into the zero zone, or the red zone for Ebola, and have no plan to this day? We don't know if they're going to be quarantined when they come back, where they're going to go when they come back. How is that possible?
Well, it's very easily possible because they don't have a plan on most of the things they do. Take, for example, the other crisis situation, the ISIS situation. You remember the one where...
Right, we have the cart before the horse. We have no plan, right? Yep.
Right. A month ago, they were the JV team. Now it's an existential threat. Well, when the White House came to Congress that week and said we have to do something in the next 24 hours, a number of us, myself included, Republican and Democrats, raised the question. And I said it this way. I said, can you tell us what is your definition of success? Can you tell us what is the day or the plan.
And they said no. Congressman, this is why we need to reelect you and get a Republican Senate and pick up seats in the House. Good luck in your reelection bid, sir.
Thank you so much.
Congressman Scott Garrett. We're coming next. Stock market update. Don't go away.